Hi, I'm Craig Black. I'm here to tell you about some of the top hearing aids tested by the NCOA reviews team. But before we dive in, I want you to know that hearing loss is a super personal experience. Everyone with hearing loss has different needs, so it's a good idea to visit a hearing specialist for a thorough exam before you buy hearing aids. You could potentially damage your hearing even more if your hearing aids aren't right for you. Also, over-the-counter hearing aids are only meant to be used by adults who have received mild to moderate hearing loss. Adults with severe to profound hearing loss must use prescription devices, as do children with any degree of hearing loss. We'll talk about both OTC and prescription models in this video. All right, let's get started. First up is Jabra Enhance, a company that sells over-the-counter hearing aids plus a prescription model that's exclusively available through Costco hearing centers. These are some of the most highly rated over-the-counter products the NCOA Advisor Reviews team has ever tested. So they're a good starting point if you're on the fence between getting an OTC hearing aid or spending a little extra for a prescription device. All Jabra Enhance hearing aids are receiver in canal, and they're pretty small. I can show you a much larger receiver in canal hearing aid for comparison. When properly fitted, hearing aids like these are barely noticeable because the receiver, which is basically the speaker, sits completely inside the ear canal. Only a thin translucent wire can be seen outside the ear, and the rest of the device is hidden behind the ear. Each Jabra Enhance device comes with Bluetooth streaming, an intuitive smartphone app for convenient control, and a rechargeable battery that lasts up to 24 hours. If you choose an OTC model, you can pay an extra $200 at checkout to access a remote audiology team if you need help adjusting the sound settings. But keep in mind that any prescription hearing aid will have more adjustment options than an OTC device, which can lead to better sound quality overall. Jabra Enhance hearing aids cost about $1,000 to $1,800 per pair. You have up to 100 days to decide if they're right for you, which is the longest trial period that we've seen offered by an OTC brand. For a more detailed look at Jabra Enhance hearing aids, check out our video or written reviews linked in the description below. Phonak is a leading brand for prescription hearing aids. Just to recap, prescription hearing aids are required if your hearing loss is severe or profound, but they can also treat mild and moderate hearing loss. Another perk of prescription hearing aids is the ability to visit a hearing instrument specialist who can fine-tune a number of settings to improve sound clarity while also making sure the hearing aid is comfortable and easy to use. If you take an OTC hearing aid to a hearing instrument specialist, there might be some things they can do to help, but not as much as with prescription models. Anyway, Phonak has a huge lineup of hearing aids in all shapes and sizes. One popular choice is the Signia, which is a high-performance, waterproof hearing aid with Bluetooth streaming. It has speech-enhancing technology that can make it easier to understand conversations in loud, busy environments. It also analyzes the sounds around you and automatically adjusts settings so you don't have to manually switch listening modes. The cost of Phonak hearing aids depends on where you buy them and the performance level you choose. Expect to pay at least $2,000 in most areas. We'll go into more detail in our video and written reviews, which I'll share in the description below. Next, let's look at the Eargo hearing aids. The Eargo 7 and Eargo SE are small over-the-counter hearing aids designed to fit inside the ear canal so that only this removable string is visible. That said, some people have narrow ear canals and won't find this style as comfortable. You can request a free fit kit from the company to try them on before you buy. These devices use rechargeable batteries that last up to 16 hours, or about a full day if you're serious about getting 8 hours of sleep every night. Since they're so small, there are no buttons to control on the outside. You can tap your ear to change the program, but you'll have to open the app to change volume. A cool thing about Eargos is they analyze your sound environment and optimize your settings accordingly. Similar in concept to the Phonak Audiosphere Infinio, but with much less powerful sound technology and capability. The tiny size of these hearing aids limits the amount of components that can fit inside, which is why they don't include Bluetooth streaming. Now, Eargo also sells a much larger hearing aid called the Link, which does offer Bluetooth, but doesn't have that convenient sound adjustment program. And it it only lasts up to 9 hours, which isn't great. Your brain needs to constantly hear sounds in order to process them. This is especially important for speech recognition, and it can't happen without an all-day battery. As for cost, you can expect between $800 and $3,000 for a pair of Eargo hearing aids. We go into way more detail about Eargo in our video and written reviews. So, make sure you click on the links below to learn more. Signia is another prescription hearing aid company with a variety of products that can treat mild to profound hearing loss. Many Signia hearing aids include acoustic motion sensors, which detect when you move and make nuanced sound adjustments, like changing the direction of focus so you can hear on all sides, or increasing or lowering background noise depending on your location. The result is a more natural sound experience, which is good for your brain because it's getting healthy sound input. Plus, it lets you stay tuned in critical background noises, like the sound of traffic when you're walking outside. Models that use the integrated experience sound platform are especially good at preserving background noise while also clarifying speech, even when more than one person is talking. Popular Signia hearing aids include the Silk Charge and Go IX, which sits discreetly inside the ear, the NCOA IX, which is virtually invisible when properly fitted, the Stiletto IX, a slim, rechargeable receiver in-canal model, the Pure Charge and Go IX, which comes with Bluetooth streaming and an optional telecoil, and the Motion X, designed for severe to profound hearing loss and boasting the longest rechargeable life we've ever seen at 61 hours per charge. As with Phonak, the price of Signia hearing aids depends on where you buy them. Expect to pay at least $2,500 in most areas. Click the link in the description below for our full breakdown and review of Signia hearing aids. All right, next we have Audien, a potentially surprising addition to our list of best hearing aids. Let me start by saying that hearing aids can be really expensive, and they're not always covered by insurance. So, if you're having trouble hearing and you're on a budget, you've probably seen some hearing aids advertised for about $99 or less. Well, one of those $99 hearing aids is the Audien Atom, and the NCOA Advisor Reviews team didn't like it. It's got an outdated design that requires a tiny screw to be turned at any time you want to adjust the volume, which is inconvenient and difficult to do if you have limited dexterity. Plus, it only has one listening mode. But we won't write off the whole brand because of one dud product. The Atom Pro 2, which currently retails for $289, proved much easier to use. It has a 24-hour battery life, which you know by now is a serious perk, plus 4 listening modes and a push-button design. Is it full of the latest tech? No, but it can get the job done if you want to treat mild hearing loss on a budget. It comes with a 45-day trial period to help you decide if it works for you. Audien sells a few other low-cost hearing aids, which you can learn about in the video or written reviews linked below. There are a lot of hearing aids out there. Some are good, and some are not so good. The NCOA Reviews team is constantly researching, testing, and reviewing new hearing aid models to help you compare products. We also want to hear from you. Leave a comment to tell us about your experience using hearing aids, and if you thought this video was helpful, please like and subscribe so we can reach more people and make more videos.